if you recall my video on this, it requires sort of 20 plus volts before these LEDs in this ring start to light, because they're all wired in series effectively, and it's part of a mains powered device, so it had plenty of voltage to work with, and in fact it's a lot easier for it to put out higher voltages. So I've got here my booby board, and we can power that up like so. So the booby board is active via that USB connection, so we can try to hook it up so it's got a common ground somewhere. These are grounds anyway. And then we've got a V in. Nope, we've got 5 volts. Yeah. I think I need to solder these down though first. Let's get some soldering going on. I think the grounds actually are pretty standard on this. Oh, hang on. I think we experienced our usual thing that happens when we plug this in, and that's the power bank dying instantly. The power bank, this particular power bank, just does not like this. I think there must be a massive surge current or something. Yeah, it's sort of gone again. One more go. No, it just goes off instantly. But I do have this other power bank which is a bit more forgiving. As in, it doesn't have any complicated electronics inside of that, but yeah, I was shorting it out the wrong way there. That was not a good thing. Yeah. Wondering if I've blown up my booster there by just wiring it in the wrong way. That's kind of annoying. I only had one of those. A momentary lapse in concentration and you ruined your gadget. Such is life. So we've got our ground hooked onto there. And then we've got our 5 volts hooked onto there. So let's see if we measure anything at all on the output. Oh yeah, it's got 8 volts, so it is actually running. Can we boost it up? So anti-clockwise was lower. We can, look. That is brilliant. I wonder what its maximum is. I'm just going to keep turning it till it can't turn anymore. Yo, that's pretty damn bright. That's as bright as you need. Wow. That's at 20 volts now. Give it another quick turn. 22 volts. I think that's fine. Hey, that is absolutely cool. That is really working. Wow. Amazing. Amazing sauce. But I'm going to try plugging it into this other battery bank. I really want to know what's its problem. Oh, it's okay now. Strange. Now, finally, that is a brilliant use for this booster. That is absolutely stonking. Look at that. I needed more volts basically so I could run these LEDs, and they don't use massive amounts of current, which is great. And let's see, I've sort of cranked it a few more. 28 volts now. Absolutely brilliant. I don't know what the maximum is on this. I'm kind of too scared to blow up my LEDs, but at the same time, I'm curious. I'm a curious orange. I think that's about it. I think I heard a little noise there where it sort of hit some sort of limit inside. 20, it's fluctuating. 29 volts, 25 volts. So it's clearly though when it's on and off, under load, not under load. Absolutely stonking. That is absolutely brilliant. Although I can see the power here on the old booby board dimming. It's kind of kicking the ass of this power supply. So let's see what this power supply says. So it looks like it's fluctuating between virtually nothing when it's off, so the booby board is particularly happy, it doesn't use up any power. But when the LEDs are maxing out, look, it's nearly 1.5 amps. Boom! So yeah, you might want this on a proper sort of bench power supply to run it. Saying that, here we have a bench power supply next to us. I'm going to knock that down to 5 volts, and I believe this is a 2 amp bench power supply, so we can sort of pump in full 2 amps there. Let's get the negatives on there, and it's at 5 volts, so I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to just do it by hand because I want to hit the 5 volt pin. Now there are various 5 volt pins here on the booby board, but I'm at a loss to remember which is which. Although yeah, we've got this yellow wire is actually on the 5 volts, so we can hook that on. In fact, both of these wires can go straight on. Geesh, that's bright. Right. Yeah, I can see again it's pulsing on the bench power supply, but it's hitting, it's easy saying 600 milliamps there, and I can see the actual volts fluctuating slightly, so it's struggling. And we are getting a pretty solid 29 volts output from there. So I think that does the trick really. If you've got something that needs a higher voltage, and you need you can see here by the way the booby board power light is still shining very much green and not dimming at all now. If you need a higher voltage, these boards are definitely the way to go. It definitely seems to be doing the trick in this case. These are getting really hot, so yeah, they're being driven probably as hard as you'd want to be able to drive them. It's quite an awesomely bright illuminator. But yeah, there's obviously going to be some sort of trade-offs here in terms of the amount of current they're going to need. So you can't get one without the other. But the fact that it works in such a small module for such a cheap price, again, as I can't recommend higher, get another one, get even one. If you haven't got one, if you've got one, get another one for your toolbox, because bloody useful. Thank you guys.